Okay, Coach. Well, after the season ends, the Chargers most likely moving about 12 miles north of here. But for now, we've got football at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap. The Chargers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Black 11! Watch the ship.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Bofo's to Mike. Mike's Bofo. Hey, 79. 79. 44. Mike. Hey, Orbit.
Throwing Rivers. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Third and long for Rivers. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Step round 80. Black 15. I'm coming. White 89.
Running on first down, Eckler. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
390. 12. Watch tight end. Tight right. Alert. 5. Orange 5-4. 36. Alpha! Hey, check, Mike.
On 2nd and 9. Rivers. Packer pressure, and down he goes. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Mike 57. Hey, Delta! SOS. Hey, I want to go behind.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Rivers. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's another Chargers.
Check 390. 190.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Load it.
Rivers hands off to Eckler. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Justin Jackson, second-year man out of Northwestern. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Eckler. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw here. Rivers. Benjamin's got it. And he'll go down at the 28. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They
try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Open man right side is St. Brown. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. No score after one on EA Sports. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Jackson. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
We remind you that coming up later tonight, we've got a good AFC battle in Baltimore. The Super Bowl champs, New England, in town to take on the Ravens. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, the Cowboys and the Giants from MetLife Stadium to wrap up this first weekend in November. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch the whip.
On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. And if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Red Delta! Hey, exit.
Rivers now to throw on first down. Caught left side, Williams. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Watch the twins. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Rivers throws there, complete to Allen. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Zadarius Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On is the Chargers punter now. Trevor Davis, deep for Green Bay. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away.
Let's go, 43!
Now the Packers get set to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Let's get off the field, D. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. On the army. Undercrunch.
On second down now, it's Grant, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Jackson on 3rd and long from his end zone. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. An update from Denver. The Browns, they have scored again to add on to their lead. We'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going. Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
80 weapon. Check 89.
On 2nd down, Eckler. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable. Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Set, 180. Hey, downtown. 44, Mike. Load it. What are you talking about? And bring it. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up. Q. 44 is the Mike. Hey, Alpha. Check. Watch the screen. Q. 300.
First down, Rivers. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Grant. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
At the Chargers' 45-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Hey, we got 3 down. Showing it.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. So we've reached halftime. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. This will be taken very short. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling 81 yards. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. They started on the ground with Eckler. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
On 2nd and 12, Rivers, man open left side, it's Williams. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up first and 10. Now Jackson on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Eckler, they run left side. And he's got some space here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
3 times, 132 final.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a give running left is Eckler. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
57, Mike, 57.
Throwing, Rivers. And it's caught. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long.
Check 99. Check room. Hey, check.
From the gun, Rivers. And right side, Henry's got it. He's to the 10. And some room to maneuver. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Badgley on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 5.
That's the score. Chargers 14, Packers 9. Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Let's make these babies cry. 57's a mark.
After the sack on first down, Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Jackson on third and long. Uncorks one for Davis, and that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Benjamin. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up first and 10 at their own 46.
Load it. Load it.
They go play action. Rivers sliding out of the pocket. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10.
Red. White.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Hey. 44 to Mike. Gotta do better.
Hey, on the field.
Rivers from the gun on third down. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. A give, Eckler running to the right. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Black 11! Load it! Load it!
The handoff, it's Eckler. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
White!
44 is the mic.
Hey! High 7! Rerun!
Cut! Switch! Switch!
Red! Red! Q! 300!
On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again. Here we go again. Shift!
Hey!
We got motion. Back up.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? On 3rd down, here's Eckler. Pushing through the contact. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. They won on 2 fronts there, so to speak, Charles. Not only do they stop him short of the first, they get him out of bounds and stop the clock.
Yeah, they won. The offensive guys lost because they wanted to stay in bounds and have that clock run or force you to use timeouts. Instead, the defense won, as you mentioned, on both fronts.
Well, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position. But it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm about to take you through. 50 seconds to mine. 50 seconds.
Jackson from the shotgun. Uncorks one for Davis. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Derwin James with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Load it.
Here is Eckler. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Hey, Delta.
Rivers now. Throw left side complete. It's Henry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards there, first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Hey, Rocket. Hey, Haywood.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's second and 15. They'll run here with Eckler. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Buffalo one. 57
to Mike. 57 to Mike. Come on.
Hey, easy.
Fresno.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, go on. Get on.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Henry. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Set, hut. 60 out. 6.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Joey Bosa in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Desmond King picks it.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception here, Rivers. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On the ground, it's Eckler. And an alley to run. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Chargers on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Load it.
Throwing Rivers. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 19 yards that time for number 19. They go play action now. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They will run with Grant. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.